good evening, everyone. And how is the UWI Credit Union family going this evening? So glad to have you. If you wasn't here the last 2 weeks, don't worry. This is the third week. Can you believe it's the third week already? And you know what that means? Christmas getting a little closer. All right, and of course, welcome to the UWI Credit Union's Christmas Stories. I'm Auntie Nikki and I'm hanging with you right through. And don't forget you need to listen because guess what? As usual, we have our trivia questions where 3 people could win some cash later, all right? So we want you guys to listen. We want you to call everybody in the family. It's time to sit down and hear a great Christmas story. And you can also chat with us. Use the chat. Let me know if you're feeling the story, you like it. You know, don't just use it for the trivia. You can talk to each other, etc. Right? We have some kids that are going to pass through a little later. We have, is it Amaya and JC? Yeah, they're our kids. They're going to be checking with us later. You know, find out what they liked about the story, what they didn't like, and of course, what they want for Christmas. Yeah? In the chat too, tell me what you want for Christmas. Mommy, Daddy, everybody, let me know. It's Auntie Nikki. You know, I got a connection with Santa. All right, we also want to congratulate and thank all the kids that took part in the UWI Credit Union art competition. You know, for the last 2 weeks, we've been showcasing the art, and it's no different this week. Not only that, we have some pieces here, and we also have a little video for you to watch before we start our story. So let's take in some youth art, some amazing talent, right here at UWI Credit Union. One, yes, apparently this had to do with education. Oh, okay. So, all right, let me describe one as we get ready for it. This one has to do with education, and she's saying that this way is the poorhouse, that way is the public library, and through the library, of course, we can have financial success. Oh, there it is. Kinda. And then the other one, a little talking about, you know, graduating and studying online. You know, education has definitely taken a different road at this time, so it's interesting to see, you know, it was eventually getting there. And we have a video we're going to take in, also highlighting some of the pieces from the kids. Was awesome. All right, serious time now. We're getting ready for the story time. Hope you called everybody. Of course, we have to make some noise for Auntie Heather because all these stories are adapted by our very own Auntie Heather.
Dance instructor.
Now, this story is going to be read by our very own Auntie Crystal, and the name of the story, The Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. All right, now don't forget to listen because we got some questions after.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chrissy, here to bring you the story, The Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, by Heather Thurab Schultz, based on the Nutcracker Ballet. All Caitlin wanted to do was dance. Her favorite dance was the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy in the Nutcracker Ballet. The dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy was one of the most famous dance numbers in the Nutcracker. Caitlin's parents took her to see the ballet when she was just 7 years old, and ever since, she decided that she would dance in that ballet. She loved the sparkling tulle and stain point shoes, the music box melody, and finally, the tiara. Caitlin especially loved the tiara. But Caitlin's parents thought that dancing was something you did in your leisure time. You see, Caitlin's dad was a well-known doctor. Her mother was also a doctor. Her father would scoff at Caitlin every time. She told him she wanted to be a dancer. Caitlin's parents wanted her to be a doctor. Her father would oftentimes tell her, "Why are you not like your sister? Look at her. She's got her head on straight. Yours is just somewhat crooked." After a while, Caitlin stopped telling her parents about her dream. And every time they would ask her about it, she would pretend that she was interested in becoming a doctor. Caitlin's dance instructor, Megan, saw that she had enormous potential and agreed to train her even though her parents cancelled her classes. So every evening after school, Caitlin went to Megan's studio and danced for hours. Caitlin told her parents that she was studying at a friend's house. One day after dance practice, she noticed a sign on the studio's notice board. Win a spot in the New York Ballet and dance the role of the Sugar Plum Fairy in 2021. Auditions to be held on the 24th of December 2020. Caitlin could not believe her eyes. She read the notice at least 3 times. This meant that the auditions were supposed to happen in 1 month. She took a photo of the notice, and later that night, while in bed, she read the notice over and over. She began to hear the music of the Sugar Plum Fairy go round and round in her head, and even she saw herself in a ballerina's outfit dancing. She fell asleep to the sound of the music in her head. The next morning, Caitlin awoke to a light breeze, blowing the curtain outward, causing the warmth of the sun to dance across her face. She felt hope that maybe, just maybe, her dream of becoming a dancer would actually come through. She said to herself, "I can do this." At the same time, her mother walked into her room and said, "You can do what?" Caitlin did not know what to say, since definitely she did not want her parents to find out. So she just mumbled to her mother, "I have a test today. I just wanted to motivate myself to perform better." Her mother smiled oh so proudly. Caitlin thought, "I have to cover this up well. If mom and dad only finds out, I will definitely be in trouble." So she began to devise a plan to be able to practice and attend auditions. The problem was that the auditions for the show was Christmas Eve night. Christmas Eve night, her parents attended church and then visited her grandmother for dinner. She had to arrange this very well. How could she tell her parents that she was studying on Christmas Eve night? The days went by and Caitlin continued practicing. Her instructor told her that she was getting better at the dance day by day, but Caitlin was still a bit worried. Worried because she did not know how to tell her parents that she wanted to audition, so she came up with a master plan. That evening, she told her parents she wanted to visit her grandmother Val. When she arrived at her grandma's house, her grandmother immediately knew something was wrong. Her grandmother Val was once a dancer and danced all over Europe. Grandma Val would have loved for Caitlin to dance. "Grandma, there's this competition and I want to enter it." Caitlin's grandmother listened intently and then told her not to worry. She would cover for her on that day. Grandma Val would say that she was not feeling well and that she wanted Caitlin to stay at her house. Grandma Val would make all the arrangements for her to attend the audition and be back in time for the family dinner. Grandma Val even thought about cancelling the family dinner, but then thought it may look just a bit suspicious. So both she and Caitlin agreed that this was a workable plan. Caitlin felt a weight lifted off her shoulders. Her grandmother was always supportive of her and encouraged her to dance. As the days drew nearer and nearer, it became harder and harder to cover up and to keep up with the dancing. Her toes would sometimes bleed from the constant standing on her toes for the dance, but Caitlin was determined to succeed. That day, when Caitlin went to practice, she was a little tired, but it didn't matter. She wanted to dance. As the music began to play, Caitlin began to jump and twist. Then suddenly, she heard a popping noise. She let out a scream. She had never fallen down or felt this kind of pain. She could not say what happened to this day, but she fell down and could not get up. Her instructor rushed to her aid. Her right foot was injured. Caitlin began to cry, not for the pain, but for the fact that most likely with this injury and the auditions only 1 week away, she would not be able to dance for the auditions. She was inconsolable, and her instructor had no choice but to call her parents as they rushed her to St. Clair Medical. Caitlin's mother was on duty that day and rushed to the emergency room when Caitlin was brought in. As Caitlin laid on the bed, she could hear her mother's voice from behind the drawn medical curtains. She began to tremble. She was afraid. When her mother opened those curtains, the look on her face was a mixture of concern, anger, and disappointment. Her mother asked in her calmest voice, "What happened to you? Weren't you studying?" The resident doctor began to speak to Caitlin's mother. The resident doctor on duty told Caitlin's mother, "Dr. Thomas, after looking at the scans, your daughter has a sprained ankle. She will be unable to dance for a week or more." Caitlin's mother was confused. How did she get a sprained ankle studying? And what is this resident doctor talking about dancing? Then Caitlin's mother looked at Megan, the dance instructor, and asked, "What are you doing here?" Megan told Dr. Thomas what she was doing for Caitlin. Megan did not realize that Caitlin's parents were against dancing. Megan apologized and quickly left the hospital. Caitlin was left alone with her mother. Caitlin could not even look her mother in her eyes. "How could you do this to us? How could you lie to us? I'm so disappointed in you, Caitlin," dawned Samantha Thomas. "What were you thinking?" Caitlin explained to her mother about the audition on Christmas Eve and how she got Grandma Val to agree to drop her and pick her up after the auditions. Her mother's only reply was, "I am not sure how your father would take this. I will explain it to him as best I could, but you know there will be no audition for you. Your uncle is badly injured, and let's not even talk about those toes. I will find a way to tell your father about this." Her mother's voice seemed so distant as the painkillers began to take effect. The week that followed was a blur. She got up, her mother iced her ankle, she limped around the house and lost all hope that she could ever dance again. Her father would at intervals remind her that he was also disappointed with her and never wanted her to lie to him again. So it went every single day. Caitlin's injury had healed enough for her to dance, but she didn't see the point. The night before Christmas Eve, Caitlin cried herself to sleep. She had not practiced in days, and as the days drew closer to the auditions, not even Grandma Val could convince her that it would be all right. Grandma Val would call her and say, "Have a little faith, my child. There are always miracles at Christmas time." Caitlin finally fell asleep. When Caitlin opened her eyes, she was in a large living room, and all the toys had come to life. The Mouse King was fighting the soldiers. The Nutcracker, who was at the corner of the room, turned into a handsome prince and saved Caitlin from the evil, angry Mouse King. Caitlin and the prince were transported to the land of sweets, where even the snowflakes had come to life. The flowers danced, and finally, the Sugar Plum Fairy did her dance. The Sugar Plum Fairy came up to Caitlin and told her that it was time for her to stop feeling sorry for herself, and that this dance is not only a symbol of seasonal splendor and hope, but the symbol of her childhood dreams coming through. Caitlin was immediately transformed to the Sugar Plum Fairy and danced all in the land of sweets applauded her. When Caitlin awoke, she was back in her bedroom. She was a bit confused. Was it a dream? She questioned what day it was. When Caitlin looked at the calendar on her wall, there it was, circled in red, Christmas Eve Day. It was Christmas Eve Day. The auditions. She felt invigorated. She felt for the first time since her injury that she could do the dance and attend the auditions. She quickly went to her parents. They were having breakfast. She told them that this was her dream and that she wanted to at least try. Even if she failed miserably at it, she just wanted to try. Both her father and her mother watched her and told her that they would carry her to the auditions and that she should never lie to them, even if she feels as though they would not agree with her point of view, because lying can be both dangerous for herself and the family. When Caitlin arrived at the auditions, a large man at the guard booth told her parents to go to the back. A tall, slender woman with a thin face and a long, pointed nose, with her hair pulled back into chignon at the nape of her neck, stood at the doorway, signaled her to come in. The woman asked her name and told her to wait there. It was Caitlin's turn to dance. She did not know where her parents were. She just did as she was told. "Miss Thomas, call for Miss Thomas." As Caitlin approached the stage left, all she could think about was her dream. She began to dance to the music, which sounded like droplets of water. She felt a shiver, and as she began to dance, she felt her body moving to the quiet delicacy of the music. While dancing, she could hear in her head the instructions from her teacher, Megan. "Don't forget to engage your turnabout. Bring the heel of your supporting leg forward. Don't fall off point. Maintain your balance." Caitlin was strategic in her timing, 32 counts. Caitlin jumped astronomically, high as even she surprised herself. She could never make this jump in practice. Her movements were grander and more lyrical than any dance she had done before. Her energy was grounded and subtle. Her dance was no longer than that of a giddy child. She felt free. The dance was over, and she heard a voice tell her, "Thank you." That was it. Thank you. Caitlin felt particularly calm and clear-headed. It was going to be all right. It didn't matter if she got the part or not. She felt that she had faced her fears and tried. Win or lose, pass or fail, she did it. When she finally found her parents, her mother was in tears, and her father was standing behind her mother, looking uncomfortably proud. All he could say to her was, "That was great. I never knew you could dance so well." Her grandma Val had snuck into the auditions and gave her 2 thumbs up. Words could not describe what Caitlin felt in that moment. She felt dizzy, happy, and relieved all at the same time. It didn't matter if she got the prize or not. Well, it did matter a little. The next day was Christmas Day, and all the family met. They had the usual exchanging of gifts and traditional Trini lunch of ham, turkey, pastels, sorrel, fruitcake, rice, pigeon peas, macaroni pie. Caitlin ate more than normal. She was happy. A few weeks later, she got an email informing her that she did not win the spot as the Sugar Plum Fairy, but they were so impressed with her dancing that they were offering her a spot in the ballet company. Caitlin could not believe her eyes. She quickly told her parents, and they were so impressed with her dancing that night that they agreed she could take up the spot. Finally, although her dream didn't quite come true, she still had hope that maybe, just maybe, one day she would be able to dance the Sugar Plum Fairy dance. Keep dreaming and have faith and never give up on your dreams. Have a Merry Christmas and good night, U.W.I. Credit Union.
That was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And let's give another round of applause to Auntie Heather and Auntie Crystal. Auntie Crystal, that was awesome. Thank you so much. So you know what time it is. It's trivia time. Hope you were listening because we're going to be asking some questions. Of course, the first correct answer that comes in the chat and put it, bam, $100 cold hard cash, all right? So you need to listen and you need to go in the chat room and put it in as quickly as possible. Are you ready? First question. What was Caitlin's favorite dance? I want to forget him a do this week, boy. Maybe. Anyway, yeah. So, what was Caitlin's favorite dance? Auntie Danny standing by, and Uncle Kai, they don't make joke. See why you have to listen? Yeah? Do. If we have a winner, boy. Don't forget, guys, remember, if you're not a member of the credit union, that if you win, we could open your account and fix you up nice. So don't worry, we got your back. Oh, we have a winner. Dawn Marie Thomas, make some noise! Well, the answer was, of course, dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. That was her favorite dance, all right. All right, so listen up. Of course, she just won herself $100 in cash. You could win another 100. How old was Caitlin when her parents took her to see the Nutcracker Ballet? Again, how old was Caitlin when her parents took her to see the Nutcracker Ballet? We did a parang version to this. Da, da, da. Hey, chicky, 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 chicky. Da, da, da. So many people answering. It's the first correct answer. Win. So they're checking. And I think they have a winner, Justin Pabu. Yay! They're easy. All right. Now the big one. This is... Hope you was listening because this one we'll see. Besides the seasonal splendor and hope, what was the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy a symbol of? I wonder if I have to give any hints, boy. Again, besides the seasonal splendor and hope, what was the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy a symbol of? I know. I wonder if I have to give hints. That one was hard. I wonder if Auntie Danny and Uncle Kai have a winner. And they do. Oh my gosh, Marva Belfast. You won. Oh my gosh. I said there's no way nobody gonna get this one. But you know what it was also about? It was about a childhood dreams coming true. Yeah, and that's what Christmas is about. Miracles and dreams coming true. Yeah, so give our winners all a round of applause. Congratulations. And don't worry, you didn't win this week. We still got next week, all right? Now, as I said, I have some special guests with me. And why they're so special? Because they also partook in the talent competition recently, the U.W.I Credit Union, Gone Wild Credit Union. Gone Wild with Talent competition. All right, so firstly, let's take in my girl Amaya and see what was her talent. And then when we come back, we'll talk to Amaya. Let's give a round of applause and welcome Amaya. Amaya, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
So nice to meet you and have you.
You too.
So that was you dancing up a storm there?
Yes.
So I assume you like to dance, yeah?
Yes.
What else you like to do? What are your
I like
hobbies?
to sing. I like to do modeling. I like to dance, especially.
Yeah.
And I like to do a lot of things, like a lot of genres of dance.
Oh,
My
that's
favorite
awesome.
is probably contemporary.
Oh, that's a serious one. When you're moving like a wave. That one?
Yes.
All right. So you watched our story?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah, did you get, any Christmas mood? Do you love Christmas like I do?
I love Christmas.
What do you love most about Christmas?
The food.
Oh yeah, who don't
the
like
gifts.
the food? Like, what's your favorite thing? Like, if mommy didn't cook that for Christmas, you would have the worst Christmas in the world. What's your favorite thing to eat?
Well,
Well, I have a list.
I love sorrow.
Oh, but who don't like sorrow, dear?
My grandmother makes the best sorrow.
We had a pass by you, Christmas. Yeah, pass by me.
Last time she had came by us last year, and she literally, I asked her for 2 pitch of sorrow. We had I drink it all in a week
Nah.
by myself.
Well, you had to leave a little for Auntie Nikki in case of pasture, all right? I
Okay.
love sorrows too. I love
I'll ask her
sorrows.
for a 3rd one.
All right. And so what did you like about our story? I know you said you loved
I
it.
loved when she had her dreams come true, because fingers crossed for me, because I want to become a dancer when I grow up.
Oh,
Also.
so that story is kind of about you, kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, going after your dreams. Now, it's hard work. Everything you want in life, you have to go after and you have to work hard. You
Yeah.
look like a hard worker, though.
Because my dance teacher pushes me a lot,
Oh, okay.
and it comes out at the end, and it's
Yeah, of course. So you look like a serious professional there. All right, so what you want for Christmas? I have a book here. This Santa just keeping notes on my here.
I want a scooter,
A scooter.
a nice, beautiful pair of sneakers.
Sneakers. Uh-huh. What color sneakers? Santa is like you to be specific.
Oh, okay. I would like a pink and a purple and like a rainbow color.
A rainbow.
On the
Like
sole.
right, a rainbow. Right. Anything else?
Some nice Christmas
Christmas
pajamas.
pajamas. All right.
So,
good. Christmas
For
pajamas.
next year, I'll be wearing it on for sure.
Okay. All right. Send your love to your family.
I will send love to my mommy, my sister Del, my dad, and everyone.
What do you want to be when you get big?
A dancer.
Of course. Duh.
If not, I don't know.
You have singing to fall back on.
Yes.
Right? So it's so nice to have you. Let's make some noise for my girl, Maya.
Thank you.
I wish you a Merry Christmas, okay, Maya?
You too, Auntie Nikki.
Oh, thank you. Now, we're also going to talk to my girl, and we'll take a little piece of her. She also entered the competition. We have Jana. I hope I got it right now, Jana Ali. And let's take in a piece of what she did for the talent competition.
I chose this song because it's from my favorite movie, Aquaman, and it's my favorite song in the movie. Born on the wrong side of the ocean, it's all the tides against you. You never thought you'd be much good for anyone, but that's so far from the truth. I know there's pain in your heart, and you're covered in scars. Wish you could see what I do. 'Cause baby, everything you are is everything I need. You're everything to me. Baby, every single part is who you're meant to be.
All right, that was my girl, Jana Batiste. Auntie Nikki mixing up the names tonight. And before we had a Maya Ali. I was mixing up my two last names. But hopefully, I can join Jana at home where she's Zooming. Are you seeing me? Yes, Jana? She's hearing me? Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Ah, technology is working. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. Did you enjoy this story? You're home taking it and you took it in with mom?
Yeah,
All right. Did you like it?
I loved it.
All right. So tell me what you loved about this story.
Well, I love that the parents forgive her and let her perform on Christmas Eve.
That's awesome. You know, that kind of reminded me too, because, you know, I always wanted to perform growing up, and my parents were like, no, you have to go to school and study, and which I did, but, you know, I always tell kids, don't give up on your dreams, and that's what I loved about this story. She didn't give up on her dreams, and her parents encouraged her. So what do you like about Christmas?
Well, I love about Christmas is you remember what that Jesus came when he was and then spent time with family.
Oh, okay. So tell me what you do Christmas morning. What's your Christmas morning like?
So we get up, we eat our Christmas breakfast, ham and bread,
Uh-huh.
and then we go and open our presents.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 12 o'clock, we go by my mom's family and spend time there. We eat lunch.
And eat
we get
lunch.
home.
And what's your favorite thing you like to eat Christmas time?
The black cake.
Oh, you like black cake? So who's make the black cake in your family, mommy or granny?
The grandma.
Oh, granny, all right. All right, so I take a note. So what does Jana want for Christmas?
Okay, so I want a rainbow high doll.
A what?
Rainbow high doll.
Okay, that one, uh-huh.
A Hollywood hair extension makeup set.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sure Santa have that. A Hollywood extension makeup set, uh-huh.
And a Nancy Drew book.
Wow, you're still reading Nancy Drew. Make some noise for Jana for that. Jana, when I was growing up, I read all Nancy Drew books, all right? So it's really cool to see that you love reading, all right? So I'm making sure Santa send that for you. Good. Send out your love to everybody. Let me hear you.
My mom, my dad, my aunt, my whole family.
The whole family, all right. Well, I want you and everyone here wants you to have the best Christmas ever, okay?
Okay, you too.
And thank you so much for joining us. Make some noise for Jenna. Bye. Have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. All right. Wow, that was pretty cool, huh? That we could talk to my girl. And again, we want to thank you guys for joining us. We had a great time. And would you believe that next week is the final one? But it's going to be amazing. Yeah, because it's going to be the finale. Ooh! Auntie Danny just whispered to me that next week, a little magic show. I wonder if he will make a car appear in front for me. Yeah, maybe. All right, you'll have to join us next week, Friday, 7:30. Don't forget, you know, we are the UWI Credit Union family, and it's all about the Christmas stories. So we see you next week, Friday. Bye, everybody. Thank you to our team.